with your favorite instructor, Instructor Shelton. Today, we have the awesome Don Diperi with us. How are you doing, Don?
I'm doing great. Thank you, Danielle, for having me.
All right, so I am super excited. Please tell us, what is your tip or trick for today?
Sure. So I am an online instructor since 2012. I've also been face-to-face and in a hybrid modality with a few different institutions. I've also been an online student and I'm an instructional designer. So that's given me some really good hats to wear so that whenever I design courses, I am empathetic to the student and to the teacher. And lately, I've been really concerned about faculty and supporting faculty, and a lot of my work is revolved around that. So my tip for today is self-care tips for online teachers. So not necessarily like what you can do for your students, because I think a lot of people are talking about that, but what can you do for yourself to make your life a little bit easier? So just sharing a couple of resources here. Hold on. Okay, so use automation. And if you use automation, you can copy course shells and edit from there. Now, course development is supposed to be iterative, and we don't want to just repeat our same course over and over again, but we can copy kind of like the majority of it and then just go in and make fine edits. So for those of you who are recently migrated to the online environment, may not realize that your LMS has the ability to copy over that course shell, and that's a big time saver. Next, record easy, sustainable videos that you can use again and again. Asynchronous video creation is so helpful, will save you time, and you could create like a video bank so that you can reuse them. And lastly, for the automation topic, and this is all about self-care because we're talking about how can we make our life a little easier with this like trauma and the pandemic and the stress, and now also like the holidays and the future semester and the whole unknown, all of that, right? So we can use some open source resources to add to your curriculum, check for the licensing, of course, but there's a lot of stuff that's already out there that could be repurposed. So Quizlets that are already made in your topic area, Kahoots, and so forth. So that's my automation tip. And lastly, this should be obvious, but it is not so easy to follow, is that physical care for yourself. Making sure to get sleep, which was always an issue for me in the past. I'm constantly working on that. And now I try to go to bed really early. And the benefit of that.
Let me see if I can move this over. Yeah, let me move us over so we can really see that slide. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay. So the benefit of sleeping early, going to bed early, is I get to wake up early and then I get my exercise over with. So I wake up at like 5 a.m. I get in a workout like 4 times a week or so. It's cold here. I normally am a runner, but I hate treadmills. So with the snow and ice on the ground, I've been doing like boot camp type of classes on Zoom. Cool. And whatever you do, whatever kind of exercise it is, just like trying to keep it as a regular routine, I think is super helpful for self-care. Mindfulness, so whether it's yoga or practicing meditation can be helpful. Just finding some time to zone out, be by yourself, read a book for pleasure, and stay connected to others. There's a lot of isolation with online instructors, online students too. I feel like you need to reach out to your support system and your community. Because a lot of loneliness, not of isolation, but that we are all in it together. So reach out to those that you love, especially now with the holidays, and in the future. Ask for help. So this is hard too, but sometimes if you just feel like it's too much and you just can't get through, it's a lot of work for an online instructor, especially a newer online instructor. So ask for help, whether it's tech help, whether it's like delegating things in your personal life or your work life. That's my last tip for under self-care.
I really want to revisit a couple of these because they are so good. The ask for help, that's like one of the things I had to learn how to do because I didn't know how to do it initially. And I didn't want to seem like I didn't know. So I kind of struggled through. And then I met a professor that was like, we don't expect, we're not expected to know everything. Just, ask for help. And it seemed so easy when she said it. But that asking for help is a super lifesaver, but it's super hard to do. And I just don't know why. But one of the things that I wanted to revisit are the videos that you can use over and over again, because I have to admit that I have not done that. And it's so crazy because I do Zoom videos with some of my classes, and I find myself, because I may teach the same class over and over again, having to redo the video over and over again. And it never dawned on me, like, hello, save the video. But that I absolutely can see how that is like a time saver, how it takes the stress down, how you can zoom in on the lessons where the students struggle, and you can absolutely have videos for those lessons and just upload them where, it's not so much on you. These are excellent, excellent, excellent tips. I really, really like self-care tips for instructors for sure. And I just love all of them. So thank you so much, Don. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. Tips and tricks is the mini pod. It's the in and out. You gave us so much meat in such a little time. And I really appreciate everything that you share, the background, the screen. I appreciate all of it because I really am going to use it and pass it on. So thank you for coming on, and have an excellent day. And to you guys.
Yes, thank you.
This has been another episode of Tips and Tricks with Instructor Shelton and Don Diperi. Have a good day, guys.